Look, they don't even give me time to even flip my bail. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I try to get him out of there real fast so he doesn't mess up the entire bed. Look at that bluegill. This is what you're looking for. How long was that? Wait a minute, let me back you guys up. How long was that? You guys sat right there and you saw me cast. How long was that worm in the water? How long? Let me say this. You know those cats that fish professionally for a living? They put their pants on the same way you guys do, the same way I do. If I can do this, any of you guys can do that. Everything that you see me using is right down there in the hyperlink. I have it on my website. Okay? These number 2 slow death hooks, Deadly Blood Red, I also have them in a platinum black. Okay? The Viper Red, the Ultralight rod that I'm using, 6 foot, 3-ball bearing rod, super smooth, pure carbon fiber. Every single one of my rods, guys, are carbon fiber. And let me say this to you. Let me put him in the basket. So you guys saw I just got finished digging the worms, right? Look, there's the boat right there. So I went and put on some shorts, okay? And I want to fish with a little, ouch, mosquito bit me. Look, no shoes, no socks. My flip-flops and socks are on the bed. I'm sorry, on the boat. I was getting ready to say bed. There's the bed right there. There's the bed right there. That's the bed where you see those sticks at. Watch this. All I'm gonna do, look, now I have to respect my neighbor's yard. I don't want to sit there and just fish off his backyard. Even though he gives me permission to do that, I don't want to do that. Look how deep the water is. Look how deep the water is. Here's the boat right here. And there's the Viper Red. Right there. So let me get set up. There's the bed. And look, 31st, I'm sorry, let me look at my watch and see. Today is Tuesday. Today is the 1st. Okay, let me make sure. My watch may be wrong. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get set up, guys, and I'm gonna tighten down my anchors, and we're just gonna catch a few. They're over there bedding right now, doing their thing, and we're gonna see if we can have some luck. Thank you guys so much for joining me again. This is Cam with Cam's Crappie Hole. Let's see what we can come up with. Yank! Guys, listen, until you stop me, I'm gonna keep doing the same thing. Until you stop me. Yank! Until you stop me, I'm gonna keep doing the same thing. What does Cam do? Cam come out here and he catch bluegill. That's what Cam does. Let me show him to you. Not the biggest in the world, but we're gonna go for numbers. That's a bull too. He's up there fighting for his rights to reproduce. Still got our original worm. Okay, and remember now, I'm gonna try different sides of the beds. And listen, today is the 1st of July. Today is the 1st of July, 2025, and I'm out here on fire. And remember, if you didn't see my previous segment, let me show. I got you guys here. I'm gonna have it listed down there below, the hyperlink, so you can just watch. Time it hits. Look at that. Oh, oh. Let's go back up there again. Let's see if we can have some luck. Different area this time. If you're not on the bed, they're gonna tell you you're not on the bed. You can just sit there and just wait. That ain't what we're interested in doing. Let me throw it a little bit further. They stretch my line. I'm gonna have to peel some of this line off. Watch what the difference throwing it a little bit further makes. Watch this. Boom, watch this. Watch this. See that? See what I'm talking about? Just by being in the bed. We're going after numbers, okay? We're going to throw some of them back, the ones that don't fit, but we're going to see if we can pull up. Oh, let's do about 20 this time. Let me show you that bluegill. That's another male. Not the biggest in the world, but we're having a good time. This, quite honestly, this is an unexpected surprise. I didn't really think we were going to be out here catching bluegill in July. Matter of fact, 4th of July weekend. We got a long weekend coming up too, soon. This coming weekend. I'm gonna put one worm on there. And let me tell you this, you guys saw me earlier in the segment. I dug these little worms up. We're gonna see if the regular earthworms in the backyard, so you don't have to spend no money to put food on the table, okay? Now remember, on this segment, I'm not throwing any split shot, no bobber. The reason why you want it to look like it's falling right out of the tree, okay, without no weight on it. Now, you say, well, Cam, if I don't have any weight on it, I can't get no distance out of it. If you have Cam's Ultralight, you can, okay? Watch this. Boom, look at that. Look at that. We got hung up. We got hung up. That's why they up there in them sticks. Good night. Let me see if I can get this off. Unbelievable. Now, let me say this. If you got kids, your girlfriend, your wife, okay? You see how instant that is? You see how instant that is? See, if you bring your kid out here and he's 6, 7, 8 years old, 10, and he got to sit out here in this hot sun, and y'all ain't getting no bites, guess what he's going to do? He's going to start doing everything, playing in the water, but fish. Probably going to be playing on his phone. But the first thing he's going to say to you, or mama or dad, it's hot. I don't want to be out here. It's too hot. Let's get back up there again. I'm going to try to the left side. Boy, that sun is incredible. It's 93 degrees. Yank! Get him out of there, Cam. That Viper Red. Get him out of there, Cam. We're going to let him go. We're not going to keep him. A little bit too little. We're going to catch up with him next year. Now remember, what's happening is the big bulls that have earned the right to reproduce are up there in the bed. Okay, and the little ones around the edges are trying to get in to mate themselves, but the big ones are running them away. So we have to figure out where the big ones are. That's our job. Okay, what part of the bed where they're located. Okay, could be the middle, could be the far right, could be the left. We don't know. We got to check. Here, see what happens. Need a little bit more distance on it. Dang, we were overthrowing the bed. We're overthrowing the bed. Overthrowing the bed. Look at that. Overthrowing the bed. They're right here close to you, and you're thinking that they're way over there. Okay, just like when you fish from the bank. Okay, you think that the fish are way out there in the middle when they're sitting right here underneath your foot. They're right here, probably 5 yards. I'm gonna take this worm off. And let me show you this while I got you guys here. I'm gonna have a picture of it up on the screen. I'm running the slow death hook today, okay? I'm running the slow death, a number 2, because these aren't that big, okay? Generally I run the 1/0, but I'm running the Deadly Blood Red, number 2, slow death hook. And I'll have the hyperlink right below this video. Okay, as a matter of fact, if you want 10% off of your entire cart, just punch in the code at checkout, hooks, HOOKS, okay? And again, I'm still using the Viper Red. You guys saw me on my last segment where I took it out of the box, took it out of the sleeve, and all I did was just strip that line off of there, okay? Because when you purchase the Viper Red, this is a 6-foot, it comes pre-spooled professionally. But that was 8-pound red, but I'm running the 4-pound, okay? And as soon as that hook hits the water with that worm on it, look, watch my technique. I just point the rod down to the ground. Boom, don't touch it. Leave it there. The line, I'm running monofilament. Okay, monofilament is the only line that floats. So it acts as my bobber. I can see when that fish has that worm. Boom. Let's see what happens right here. Got to get in the bed, Cam. Let's see if we can find the bed. Let's go over here a little bit, slight, little to the right. Look at that. God, dog it. Rascal. Got it. So all I'm doing is just fishing around the bed. Got a little bit of moss in there. That's all I'm doing. Figuring out where the bed is. And let me explain this to you guys. Sometimes when you run up on a bed, you pull out 5 or 6 of them. They'll shut down on you. Okay? That's normal for them to shut down. I know where I have to throw, but I don't want to throw there because I know I'm going to donate tackle, but let's see what happens. Right there in the middle. That's where they are. And I'm trying to stay out of there. They're all up underneath those sticks and everything. Look at that. I told you. God dog it. Okay? Just like crappie fishing. If you ain't getting hung up, you're not crappie fishing. Same thing applies here. That bed, those sticks right up there. Look at that. They're right up in them sticks. Look at that. That's why you want a 6-foot carbon fiber rod, because you can throw that worm, no split shot, no sinker. You can throw it 15 yards. Okay? You saw me put on my last video, I stripped that 8-pound off and I put 4-pound high vis on there. Nice bluegill. Nice bluegill. Male. See that hump on it? On top of his head? Let's put him in the basket. Okay, let me push you back. Let me talk to you for a little bit. Okay, I'm going to do a cutaway, but I'm going to show you a little bit now. Look, this is my 6-foot. This is my 6-foot, the Viper Red. This is my Cam's Viper Red. Pure carbon fiber, EVA split grip, soft to the touch, 3-ball bearing. It comes professionally already spooled with red line, 8-pound, mono, but I stripped that off. Okay, because I'm catching these bluegill and they're not very big, so I stripped it down to 4-pound camo, high vis orange. Okay, so this is a 6-foot 2-piece. Okay, and it's handmade. The Viper Red is what we call it. Right downstairs in the description, guys. You can pick it up. It comes with free shipping, 2-day air shipping. So when it leaves us, it's on its way to you via plane. Okay, so that's free for you. Let's get back up there again. And again, this is ultralight. It's designed to throw light tackle. It's designed to throw light tackle. Okay, let me see how it works again. Let me see how far you can throw it. Watch. Okay, I got one worm on here. One regular worm. You guys saw me digging them in the backyard, right? You saw me digging them up in the backyard. Look at that. Boom. Man, I'm right up there in them sticks, too. I'm right up there in them sticks, and I know I'm going to get hung, too. Look at that. Yank! That's all it takes. That's where the fish are, so you got to go where the fish are. Look at that. Nice bluegill. Male. Cam, how do you know they're bedding? Look. See that? You guys see that? That's why they're bedding. Sperm. I smelled them when I came. Look, there's the house right there. That's where I live right there. When I came out the back door, I smelled them. I can smell it. I can smell it. Look, I know where they are. I know exactly where they are, guys. But I'm not trying to get caught up in those sticks. I swear I'm not trying to get caught up in those sticks, but you know what? Cam, you done came out here, you done got on the boat, walked to get on the boat, you might as well get on up there. And let me say this to you guys. This is important, what I'm getting ready to say. I'm going to catch me one more, then I'm going to turn around and talk to you guys. This is very important what I'm getting ready to tell you guys. Listen, if I can do this, anybody can do this. Every one of my combos that you see on my website, camscrappiehold.com, every single one of my combos come with a lifetime replacement of the rod or the reel, as long as you own it. Okay, all you do is pay shipping and handling. You go down there to the website and you'll read all the details. Okay, let me get back up there. And because I know that things happen. I'm a manufacturer and a supplier. Okay, I know that things happen. You buy it for your baby girl, and she's taking it to the car, pop, the tip breaks in half, she runs it, rolls it up in the window, it happens. But I got you covered for life, as long as you own it. Come on back up here, man. Now that I'm finished talking, let's see if we can get back up there again. Put another worm on there. So, my point being, guys, listen, they put gas in their car just like you do. They put their pants on the same way you do, one pants leg at a time. They eat just like you do. There ain't no difference. If we can do this, guys, if you see me on video doing this, then you can do it. Okay? Also, I want to say this. Guys, I'm getting a lot of love from TikTok. My numbers are just going through the roof. And I want to all people that follow me on TikTok, please be patient with me. I'm trying to upload my videos as fast as I can from YouTube, okay? I got over 3,000 segments on my YouTube channel. I'm having to download, you know, like 8, 9, 10 of them a day. I'm working on it, guys. Just be patient with me a little bit. I want you guys to remember, I just dug these worms up right here in the backyard. They didn't cost me anything. I just dug them up. Boom, right there, good spot. Look at that, good spot, good spot, good spot. See, they're up there mating the larger ones, but they running them other ones off. Even though he's a nice one, he's a male, we're gonna catch up with him next year. We're gonna catch up with him next year. I didn't get up there enough. See how the sun's starting to go down a little bit? And the bite may, the bigger ones may come up. Look at that. When that sun goes down, yank! Look at that. That's a nice one. Nice bluegill. Man, come on in here. Really nice bluegill. Look at that. Guys, listen, if you don't take your kids out to catch bluegill like this, okay, and get you a brand new big bottle of hot sauce, where are you guys located? Get you a brand new big bottle of hot sauce. And look, we're in July. Look how black he's turned. We're in July catching bluegill like this. Some of you guys call them brim. Okay? Whatever you call them, that water, let me tell you this too. The water temperature is 93 degrees. 93 degrees. Okay. Sun behind the clouds. Let's see if we can have some more. Instead of running your noise hole cam, why don't you see if you can catch a couple more fish. Look at that. All we do is fling that bad boy. Make sure I got you guys so I can see. Look at that. Look at that. I didn't even know he was on there. Look at that. See, this is why I don't like running. Now, since I switched to the number 2 hook, look, now they're starting to get a little bit bigger. And this is what happens when you run a number 2 hook. They swallow it. That's why I stay with a 1. A 1/0, I'm sorry. Now remember, you're going to have to sort through and pick out the ones that you want, because around the edges are the babies. Okay, they're up there trying to fight for their right to mate as well. Look at that. They're up there trying to fight for their right. We're in July and we're catching big bluegill like this. Let me tighten that drag down. Man, look, time I switch to a number 2 hook, look, the bluegill start getting this size. God almighty. And these are regular, let me back you up. Guys, these are regular worms that you find in your backyard that I'm using to catch big bluegill like this. Can you imagine that? I do my mouth like that because I try not to hurt the fish. I don't know why. Look, this is how you know they're still bedding. Well, he doesn't want to sperm for us. Let's put him in the basket. You guys having a good time yet? Come on back up. You guys having a good time yet? Listen, I hope you got yourself something cold to drink. This is what, until you stop me, I'm going to keep doing the same thing. You guys see me doing this year after year after year. And let me tell you this, after I get finished doing this, I'm going to go see if I can find me another bluegill bed, because if they're bedding right here like this. All right. So both of these little small worms are equal to about 1 worm. Woo. He already on. I already knew he was on. I knew that. I saw that line go slack. July bluegill fishing. Perfect. There we go. Nice bluegill. Nice. Let me make sure the hook don't get me. Here we go. All right, guys, we're going to sit up here and we're going to catch one more. See if we can get one with size. And we're going to call it a day. I think you guys see exactly what I'm talking about. And again, I'm running the Viper Red. And if you don't like the Viper Red, go to my website, guys. I got 170 different rod and reel combos that you can choose from. And on top of that, I'm trying to get this worm, put him on there too at the same time. Listen, if you need a rod to go with your favorite reel, or you need a reel to go with your favorite rod, go to Cam's Crappie Combos. Okay? I'm either going to have it at the front or the back, a red banner at the top of our website that shows you how to port. All you got to do is click that red banner, shows you how to port between camscrappiehole.com and Cam's Crappie Combos. I'm either going to have it before the video or either after the video. I can't remember which one. Man, I'm talking about I am all the way on that stick. I mean, I literally hit the stick. I wasn't even aiming for the stick, but I hit the stick. God dog it. We can't end on that note. We cannot end on that note, guys. We got to end on a note with a fish. Oh, before I get ready to close, I don't know how long this video is going to be. Before I get ready to close, I want to tell you guys about both of my finance companies. Okay, I got Afterpay and I got ShopPay. Okay, Afterpay and ShopPay. If you want to finance your whole cart, I can do that without taking a bite out of your wallet. Look at that. Man. Okay, I got Afterpay and ShopPay where it sets up your payments bi-weekly. I think ShopPay may be monthly too. Okay, and once I get to know you, with ShopPay I can lend you up to $100,000. You need a new boat, you need a new backpack tackle box, you need a couple of rods, you need a 9-footer, you need a 10-footer, you need plastics. Guys, I'm sitting on about 8.5 million pieces of plastics. An array of different colors. Also, we got some new colors coming out again. Let me put him in the basket before I lose him. Look, see how when you run that one out, you get your hook back? That's a 22 karat gold plated Nasty Ben Minnow hook. The tip is bobbed. The point is barbed. So when it get hooked, he ain't coming out. Let me put him in the basket. Okay, so listen, I think from that you guys kind of get what we were trying to do. I want to say thank you so much for stopping by. And remember this, this is very important to me. If ever you need to reach me, you have questions, I get a lot of people that come, Cam, I'm just starting to crappie fish. Cam, I'm just starting to do some pan fishing, which is what we're doing today, bluegill, shell crackers. And all the segments this past end of April into May, where we caught like 700 shell crackers, I'm going to have those listed down there in the description so you can watch those as well. Listen, ain't nothing special about what I do. Nothing. A lot of you guys, probably 25-30%, I talk to you guys. If you have any questions, you call me directly. I always answer my phone. My contact information is on my website. You call me, you got any questions. Cam, well listen, does this, I'll answer. If I don't pick up, I promise I'll get back to you, okay? I think I've covered just about everything. You can see what I'm using, the Viper Red, guys. I took it brand new out of the sleeve, took that 8-pound, it comes pre-spooled professionally, automatically. I pull that off, and I put on 6-pound high vis. Some of you guys' eyesight better than mine. I can't really, my eyesight, I need glasses. So I had to put on that high vis. Until next time, guys, this is your boy Cam. Keep those hooks wet, keep those lines tight, and we'll see you on the next turn. Yank! For those of you guys that don't know, I'm going to show you how to port from between the two largest e-commerce crappie and panfish stores in the world, okay, without having to put in your URL and do all that stuff. Okay, you see that red banner down at the bottom? It's either at the top or it's either at the bottom. Okay, right now I'm on camscrappiehole.com. You can see the slideshow going on. Okay, I'm going to show you two things: how to port between both of our stores with just one click of a button. Then I'm going to show you how to sign up for our email list, which is very, very simple, and all this stuff is free. Okay, so again, I'm on camscrappiehole.com right now. Right, you see that red banner right there? All you got to do is just click it. When you click that red banner, look, I'm at Cam's Crappie Combos. On Cam's Crappie Combos, if you want a pole just for your favorite rod, for your favorite reel, or you need a reel for your favorite rod, okay, you just pop right over to Cam's Crappie Combos, okay? We have more selection of kits in Cam's Crappie Combos as well. Look, there's that red banner again. You see that? Okay, so to click back to camscrappiehole.com, look, click that red banner. Boom, you're right back at camscrappiehole.com. Okay, now, to sign up for our email list, we send out discount codes that are time sensitive. We send them out probably 2 or 3 times a week. So it's free. It's worth your while to go into our store and just put in your email address and just punch enter. Okay, camscrappiehole.com. The same thing applies to Cam's Crappie Combos. Go all the way down to the bottom when the store opens up. You see that? This is just the first page. Right there, right above that last video, you'll see this right here. Let me see if I can put it up there. All you have to do is, it says sign up for our mailing list. Just put in your email address and then press that red block. Boom, that's all you have to do. Okay, for Cam's Crappie Combos, look. Let's go back to Cam's Crappie Combos. There's that red banner at the top again, right? You see that? Scroll all the way down to the bottom. Look. All the way down to the bottom, and it says subscribe to our mailing list. All you have to do, guys, put in your email address right there in the yellow and hit subscribe. Simple as that. Let's get to the video. Yank!